Are you looking for true peace in your life, and what if the Bible has the answers you need? In a world filled with chaos and uncertainty, the promise of peace is more relevant than ever. Jesus' words offer a beacon of hope, a reminder that true peace is within reach. For believers, this promise is a cornerstone of faith, a source of comfort and strength in times of turmoil. It's a peace that goes beyond mere circumstances, touching the very heart of who we are. This promise of peace isn't just a distant hope, it's a present reality that Jesus invites us to experience. It's a peace that can calm the storms of life, soothing our fears and anxieties. As we explore Jesus' promise of peace, we'll discover how it can transform our lives, bringing light to dark places and hope to despair. The concept of peace is woven throughout the Bible, with Jesus being the ultimate source of peace. His teachings, his life, and his sacrifice all point to a way of living that transcends the world's understanding of peace. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus begins with a blessing for those who are peacemakers, indicating that peace is not just a feeling but a way of being. This foundation is crucial as we seek to understand the depth of Jesus' promise. Life today is filled with stress, anxiety, and unrest. We're constantly bombarded with news of conflicts, financial struggles, and personal crises. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, like the world is spinning out of control. Many of us struggle to find peace in the midst of such turmoil. Anxiety and worry can be crippling, making it difficult to sleep, focus, or even enjoy the simple things in life. The pressure to perform, to achieve, and to succeed can leave us feeling drained and empty. In the midst of this chaos, it's natural to wonder if true peace is even possible. Can we really find peace that lasts, or is it just a fleeting feeling? The world offers various solutions, from meditation and yoga to self-care and relaxation techniques. While these can be helpful, they often fall short of providing the deep, lasting peace that we crave. The search for peace can lead us down many paths, but as believers, we know that true peace comes from a relationship with God. Jesus' promise of peace is rooted in his love for us and his desire to bring us into a life of freedom and joy. As we navigate life's challenges, it's easy to get caught up in the noise and forget the peace that Jesus offers. We may feel like we're walking through a storm, with waves crashing against us from every side. But Jesus invites us to come to him, to find rest for our souls. He promises that his peace will guard our hearts and minds, keeping us safe from the turmoil that surrounds us. So, what does this peace look like, and how can we experience it in our lives? The Bible provides clear answers, pointing us to specific verses that reveal Jesus' promise of peace. The first verse is John 14 verse 27, where Jesus says, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give you. I do not give to you as the world gives. Do not let your hearts be troubled and do not be afraid." This verse sets the tone for understanding Jesus' peace. In John 16 verse 33, Jesus tells his disciples, "In this world you will have trouble. But take heart. I have overcome the world." This promise of overcoming the world is foundational to experiencing peace. The Bible also tells us in Philippians 4 verse 7 that, "The peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus." This peace is a gift that goes beyond human comprehension. Another powerful verse is Isaiah 26 verse 3, which says, "You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast, because they trust in you." This verse highlights the importance of trusting in God. In Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30, Jesus invites us to come to him and find rest, promising that his yoke is easy and his burden is light. This invitation is a cornerstone of experiencing peace. The peace of God is also described in Colossians 3 verse 15, where we're encouraged to let the peace of Christ rule in our hearts. This peace is not just a feeling but a ruler that guides our lives. In 2 Thessalonians 3 verse 16, the Apostle Paul writes that the Lord of peace himself will give us peace at all times in every way. This promise is a reminder that peace is available to us always. Romans 15 verse 13 tells us that the God of hope fills us with all joy and peace as we trust in him. This joy and peace are not just feelings but a deep sense of well-being. One of the most impactful verses for me is Isaiah 41 verse 10, which says, "So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be frightened, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." This verse has been a source of comfort during difficult times, a reminder that God is always with us. I recall a particularly challenging period in my life when anxiety seemed to overwhelm me. It was during this time that I stumbled upon Isaiah 41 verse 10. Reading this verse, I felt a sense of peace wash over me, a sense of assurance that God was with me. It wasn't a sudden fix, but over time, this verse became a source of strength, helping me to face my fears and trust in God's presence. As I reflected on this verse, I began to realize that Jesus' peace isn't just about the absence of problems but about the presence of God in our lives. It's about trusting him, even when the world around us seems to be falling apart. This verse has taught me that peace isn't something I have to manufacture or find within myself. It's a gift that comes from God. And it's a gift that's available to each of us, no matter what we're facing. Let's recap the key verses that speak to Jesus' promise of peace: John 14 verse 27, John 16 verse 33, Philippians 4 verse 7, Isaiah 26 verse 3, Matthew 11 verses 28 to 30, Colossians 3 verses 15 and 2 Thessalonians 3:16, and Romans 15 verse 13. These verses assure us that peace is not just a distant hope but a present reality. They remind us that Jesus has overcome the world and that his peace is available to us. In a world filled with uncertainty, these verses offer a beacon of hope. They remind us that we don't have to navigate life's challenges alone. Jesus is with us, offering his peace. As we reflect on these verses, I encourage you to share your favorite Bible verses about peace in the comments below. Your stories and experiences can encourage others, reminding us that we're not alone in our journey. If you're looking for more uplifting content, consider subscribing to our channel. We will see you in the next video.